This is the Nodus Contrail GMT.
We saw Nodus at a recent watch event.
Yeah.
Did you steal this from the stand?
Now, was there an alleged theft?
Yes. Was there an alleged theft from their stand?
Let's move on to, this is the Nodus Contrail GMT. It's a skin diver. It's a desk diver.
Desk diver. Oh, it's got some nice weight to it, straight off.
Yeah. What you will immediately appreciate is the finishing around the case.
The first thing you notice that I particularly love is, firstly, the boxed sapphire. And we know I'm a sucker for that tactile, tangible kind of step that it has. I love feeling that on watches. Does that really well. And like you say, the coloured anti-reflective coating. What's really clever with that is that, yes, you get this kind of blue hue to the sapphire when it catches the light, but that also is kind of doubled with how the dial catches the light. And damn, that dial looks great, doesn't it?
It really does. I love the box glass. It's not as accentuated as perhaps some of the more kind of Tudor wedge that you see on the edge. So if you're worried about knocking your watch, it's a little bit more subtle, the box glass on this. What I didn't tell you is it's a Miyota movement. It's the 9078 48-hour power reserve. Really good movement.
The dial is absolutely beautiful. It's like Longines levels of beautiful, the finishing they've got on it, the way that luster kind of catches the light and you get this kind of sunbursting. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I am really taken by the Contrail. I think it's out of all of their current watches, and there's a newer version released recently, I'm still really stuck on the Contrail.
I can see why. Applied indices as well. So you get this depth to the dial. And really nice, because you've got this deep royal kind of blue coloured dial, that the GMT hand's kind of a yellowy orange. So it's like the opposite end of the spectrum. So it really punches out, doesn't it?
I love a dial where there's contrast.
Yeah.
And it only has to be simple.
How does it feel on?
It could just be the second hand being the punctuation of colour. But the big surprise here is that adjustable clasp. So for watching this price bracket, it really is quite a pleasant surprise.
Am I right in saying that
adjustment.
the quick release clasp's their own thing, isn't it? Nodex is their
so it's their proprietary system. So
very nice.
They sell that technology on, so other brands you might notice the same movement on.
It's just like a push button inside the clasp.
Yeah,
and
really simple.
Really push. How does it feel on? It's got a lovely weight to it. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, what price point does this sit at?
Would you pay £1,000 for it?
No, because I know it's less than that.
£608.
Yeah. So, I mean, you kind of got to weigh it up. It's a Miyota movement watch, so you kind of expect that, but it is a GMT, so there's a complication there, and a date window as well.
For me, it's a watch that, if you were looking for, I wouldn't even say micro brand, but it is in that bracket. If you're looking for a one and done, as a very basic, I want an enthusiast style watch. I want one with some functionality. You've got that GMT, you've got the date. I really love that. You could just stop there. Miyota automatic movement. You've got the quick adjustment on the underneath. And at that price point, it's incredible.
The finishing on the case is very nice. The kind of chamfered edges are very smooth. It's those little bits I always look for with kind of I know I've said before, I don't like using the word micro brands, the smaller, the independent brands.
Yeah.
Quite sometimes you can get some sharp edges that are lesser finishing.
So the one thing I will say, there's always compromise.
Yes.
You're buying a watch so it's an American price. So it comes across as 608.
Yep.
A bit of a weird number, but let's call it 600 quid. You've got some good and bad. You can't give everything at such a low price point. So where are the cons for you?
I would say the bracelet. The bracelet doesn't feel as nice as the body of the watch.
100% where I'd go.
Yeah.
So for me, the edges on that bracelet aren't as smooth as the edges on the case.
But I don't want to point it out as a negative because we're talking about a £600 watch that's punching so far above that price point.
Totally.
Like it's unfair to go. It's not a bad bracelet. Just compared to the quality of the head of the watch.
When you feel you've got those what look like sharp edges on the case.
Yes.
When you can deliver what looks like a sharp edge, very angular, and it feels soft and silky smooth. To me, that's something that you only get at a higher price point.
Can I tell you something that I really do love about the bracelet, which is really stupid and insignificant, but I love to see it?
Okay.
Quick release pins on a bracelet.
Yeah.
Why aren't they on every watch?
It's so nice.
Just pinch it and take the bracelet off.
So nice.
Swap it out for a strap.
And this is definitely a watch that I think I buy on the bracelet.
Yes.
I 100% end up wearing it on the strap.
Yeah. And because there's already contrast on the dial and on the bezel as well, there's like a number of different coloured straps you could go for that would really set this off. You could go for the blue and be quite obvious, but I would be wanting to find that colour from the GMT hand and set it off with like an orange strap against it. I think you could get some really cool kind of contrast going on there.
It's a beautiful combo.
The crown guard's nice as well, isn't it? I've just noticed that.
Yeah.
The way it comes out to meet it.
If you're in the Freemasons, it's a perfect little nod. It's nothing to do with Freemasons. We spoke to the guy behind the brand at a watch show we went to, and he said, no, just coincidence. This is interesting.
It's kind of odd, isn't it? Because they don't, on this one in particular, the Contrail, they've not put that logo on the dial. They've just got their name on there.
Yeah.
But they've just put it on the crown. It's odd that they use it in some places and not others.
Yeah. And again, on this, you've got the Contrail coming out of an aircraft on the back.
Or as we call it, chemtrails. Get a tinfoil hat on.
What we typically see in the UK is chemtrails. But yeah, I would have got rid of that and gone for an exhibition case back and maybe a little bit thicker.
I guess the one thing they will say about not having the exhibition case back is that it's quite heavy already, and it would add a bit more weight to it. And I know there's some people that don't like that, but we always say we love to see the movement. I'll sacrifice having a bit of extra weight.
Yeah, and the Myoto isn't an ugly movement, is it? So
no, it's nice.
Give me the movement.
I was holding it up to my ear then and realised I was wearing headphones.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, you can hear it. Isn't it? You can always hear a Myoto. The rotor's a lot louder. There's 3 pins in the middle. But just a really beautiful piece.
This is one of the hot watches this year. I think the Contrail hasn't been covered by very many at all. Certainly not under the spotlight for major attention.
And we did a podcast, or it might not be out yet, but we've got one coming up about building your perfect watch collection. And one of the things we touched upon is different countries. Do you have a watch from different countries? Well, if you want one from America, designed and assembled in Los Angeles, it's got a Japanese movement in it, sure, but it's an American brand, and a good one to tick off that's not the obvious like Hamilton.
That's very true. Yeah, very true. And I kind of like the way that not only are we seeing watchmaking kind of pop up again in the UK, but seeing these enthusiasts come out from different areas around the world. I thought it was pretty impressive that these guys had travelled all the way over from America to come to support a British watch show.
And what's even more impressive is that you managed to take that without them noticing.
I mean...
And so they came all the way over and left one watch shy. How do they feel about that?
They'll feel grateful that I've at least spoken about it.
I just noticed that you've got it without any box or papers, so you didn't buy it, you stole it.
Borrowed is probably the more technical fitting term.
Feels like you stole it.
Well, if they get in contact for the watch, then I'll...
My final question for you, like serious question, it's a 40, yeah?
It's a 40, yeah.
Can you get away with it?
100% can. Do you know what? I've got my spinnaker.
Like, as a reference, for those who don't know, you're just shy of 8 inches, your wrist?
8-inch wrist.
So I'm a 7, and it fits me, like 40 is my sweet spot. It's like a perfect size.
First of all, linkage.
Links to spare.
Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Because even watches like the U-boat, I'm not getting any spare room. And then look at that.
That looks good. Yeah, it does.
It's a little bit more skin than what I normally show, but it's certainly
it kind of
not
wears
bad.
similar to how the Ferra Aquamatic wears on me.
Yeah.
As in like the watch head to wrist kind of ratio.
And I guess if I dropped it down onto a strap, it would look a little bit smaller again.
Yes,
but,
it would. Yeah.
I really like the. I love the look of it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
with you.
super impressed with the watch. I genuinely love this watch. I think it's one of the most attractive at a budget price point.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm not being too crude there with budget, because obviously it's proper money, but.
No, I don't.
You're getting a lot of watch.
When you're talking about like proper watches, you're talking about a £600 proper watch. That's cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's at the budget end, and you're getting way more than £600 worth. I just have to stress, and it may not come across on video very well, but the finishing, and in particular the sapphire dial and indices and hands, that the most important part, the finishing is superb. Really looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's a watch
So,
that for me,
Thanks.
I'm struggling to compare something in that price point. So maybe if you know of a watch that you think could rival this for quality in that price point, let me know.
Thanks for that. It's really kind of you to get it for me. I can't believe you picked it up. I just wanted to.